I'm Buzz. Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest K-pop moments that everyone's talking about. And today, we need to talk about a group that's been low-key climbing fast and just made a massive statement on one of the biggest stages in the world, Katseye. Lollapalooza. 60,000 people. Let that sink in. Because what we just witnessed might have been the most surreal moment in their career so far. And honestly, it might be the moment the rest of the world finally went, wait, who are these girls? So Katseye showed up at Lollapalooza Chicago on August 4th. If you're not familiar, Lolla isn't just another music festival, it's the global stage. The same lineup featured artists like Dua Lipa, SZA, Kendrick Lamar in past years. And now, Katseye is right there, sharing that space, just 1 year after debuting. And get this, 60,000 people showed up for their stage. That's fans, that's music lovers, festival goers, maybe even people hearing Katseye for the very first time. And from the clips going around, from fan cams to official footage, they delivered. They opened with Gameboy, and if you know that track, you know it's got that glitchy synthy beat that grabs your attention. It was the perfect way to start. The crowd? Immediately in it. Phones up, heads bopping, people singing along, and yes, there were fans in the crowd wearing Nally t-shirts. Like, that's love. That's stan-level dedication. Then they kept the energy rolling with Gabriella and Nally. And okay, let me pause here. If you've seen the Gabriella performance from their last showcase, you already know this song isn't just a song. It's a theatrical moment. But at Lolla, they reimagined it completely. New costumes, dancers, props, and yes, a full-on dance break that felt like it belonged on a Grammy stage. It wasn't just fun to listen to, it was fun to watch. Every second felt choreographed to keep your eyes glued to the stage. But at the same time, it didn't feel stiff. The members were loose, confident, totally in sync with each other. And here's where it gets interesting. They brought out handheld cameras during their set on the Men Girl stage and started filming each other. Now that is such a Katseye move. They've always had this meta, slightly chaotic energy online, and they brought that exact vibe live. It felt like we were watching a performance and a behind-the-scenes vlog at the same time. And let's be real, those little moments, they stick with fans. But what really stood out to me wasn't just the music or the visuals, it was how relaxed they looked. They weren't performing like nervous rookies. They were performing like they belonged there, like Lollapalooza was their second home. And when they moved between the main and side stages, weaving through fans, waving, interacting, it didn't feel like a performance, it felt like a celebration. And I want to talk about their styling for a second, because it was on point. They wore red asymmetrical outfits, with string accents and side slits, super bold, super striking, and honestly, perfect for an international stage. You could immediately tell who they were, even from the back of the crowd, and you felt the energy through their fashion. Each member had their own twist, their own attitude, but it still felt cohesive. It screamed, we're here, and we're not your average girl group. Now let's talk about impact, because, yeah, this was a big moment for them, but it also says something about the K-pop industry right now. Katseye debuted last year, 1 year ago, and they're already doing what takes most artists years to build toward. That means two things. One, their team is doing something right, and two, the fans are showing up. So I want to hear from you. Were you expecting this? Be honest. Did you have Katseye on your radar before this? Or did this Lolla stage make you suddenly go, wait a minute, I need to look them up? Because for me, I've been watching them, but this Lollapalooza performance, this feels like their arrival. Not just in K-pop, but in pop globally. They're not just trying to succeed in Korea or Asia, they're going worldwide. And performances like this, they fast-track that dream. Also, they said something during the set that really stuck with me. They said Lollapalooza was a stage they dreamed of since they were young. And honestly, you could feel that. The way they performed wasn't just confident, it was emotional, it was personal. Like they were grateful, but also determined to own the moment. Alright, in the second half of this video, I'm gonna break down what this means for Katseye's next steps, because they're not slowing down. They've got Summer Sonic Japan lined up, and a full North American tour starting in November. But what does that actually mean for their long-term global presence? Stay with me, because the second half of this story is just getting started. Okay, so Katseye just made their mark on Lollapalooza, but here's the thing. This is only the beginning, because guess what's next? Summer Sonic Japan in Osaka and Tokyo on August 16th and 17th. And that's another huge deal. Summer Sonic is basically Japan's version of Coachella. It's not just a music festival, it's a prestige event. And Katseye is already booked and ready to hit not just one, but 2 major cities. That alone shows how fast they're scaling up. I mean, who gets to perform at both Lollapalooza and Summer Sonic just 1 year after debuting? That's unheard of. It's like they skipped the usual rookie grind phase and went straight to boss level. But it gets even crazier, because after Summer Sonic, they're launching their North American tour titled The Beautiful Chaos starting in November. And let's just talk about that name for a second. Beautiful Chaos? That's so on brand for Katseye. Their music, their stage presence, even their group dynamic, it's all polished, but with this wild, unpredictable edge. Honestly, I think they're redefining what it means to be a 4th-gen K-pop group. While others are still figuring out their identity, Katseye already seems to know who they are. They're theatrical, fearless, and a little chaotic, in the best way possible. So here's what I want to ask you. Is Katseye the next global breakout group? Like, are we watching the rise of a group that could hit BTS or Blackpink levels of international recognition? Or is it too soon to tell? Because if they keep doing what they're doing, creative performances, bold visuals, and high-energy stages, plus these global gigs lined up, I don't see anything holding them back. But let's get into the fan side of things for a second, because one of the coolest moments from Lollapalooza wasn't even on stage. It was in the crowd. Fans were wearing Nally shirts. People were chanting. There were even posters and light-up signs. That's fan power. And remember, this is all happening in a Western festival setting, not a K-pop fan event. That's impact. And it tells me something really important. Katseye is building a loyal, passionate international fan base. Fast. Now I want to hear your take. If you're already a Katseye stan, how did you first discover them? Was it Gameboy? Gabriella? Or maybe one of their viral moments on TikTok or YouTube? And if you're new to them, what's your first impression based on the Lolla performance? Did they grab your attention? Did they feel different from other groups you've seen? I feel like what makes Katseye so unique is how they blend performance art with pop energy. Like most rookie groups come out with high-energy dances and flashy sets, but Katseye's doing something a little deeper. They're telling mini stories on stage. Even their outfits feel like a visual metaphor. Red, asymmetrical, chaotic, but unified. It's like they're characters from a cyberpunk movie, but in K-pop form. And honestly, that's probably why their performances feel so memorable. They're not just performing songs, they're crafting moments. Like that dance break during Gabriella? That wasn't just cool choreo. That was a turning point in the set. It raised the energy, drew people in, and left a lasting impression. And now, with the Beautiful Chaos tour around the corner, they're not just testing the waters, they're diving in head first. They're aiming to headline shows across North America. And if they bring even half the energy they showed at Lolla, those shows are gonna sell fast. So here's a fun challenge. Drop in the comments which city you hope they visit. And if you had the chance to design the set list for their tour, what would you include? I'd go with Gameboy, Gabriella, Nally, maybe a brand new ballad to slow it down mid-show, and then a crazy encore remix of Nally to close it out. But that's just me. You? Also, can we talk about the potential for collabs? Because now that Katseye is officially getting Western exposure, the possibilities are wide open. Imagine a Katseye x Doja Cat collab. Or maybe something totally unexpected, like a remix with Grimes or Charlie XCX. Their whole vibe fits that futuristic genre-bending lane so well. And honestly, that could be the next big move. If they play it smart, 2025 and 2026 could be the years where Katseye goes from rising rookie to mainstream pop disruptor. But hey, that's just one theory. I'm super curious to hear yours. So let's wrap it up with this. Katseye showed up at Lollapalooza and turned what could have been just another set into a full-on global moment. Their performance wasn't just great. It was intentional, exciting, and full of personality. If you're already a fan, you're probably still buzzing from it. And if this was your first real look at them, well, I have a feeling it won't be your last. Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of their Lolla stage? Which song was your favorite? And where do you think they're heading next? If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more K-pop deep dives, reactions, and updates, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a drop. This has been Anyang Buzz, and I'll see you in the next one.